Sati Pratha was not a religious practice or was not a forceful practice?
Who did sati? Yeah? Did goddess Sati do sati?
There are certain gurus who have been actually commenting on female roles or women roles, and they are also facing some backlashes. So, is this point scripturally grounded? Like how
You make an interesting point.
when we talk about religion, you recently made the statement that Sati Pratha was not a religious practice or was not a forceful practice. And I think after that you face some backlash also. What's your viewpoint?
Debates are always good, but let's, if sati was a religious practice, let's make a list of widows in the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. You know the story of the Ramayana and Mahabharata.
Yes.
So tell me and there are many widows because there were wars, right? Which of those widows did sati in the Ramayana and Mahabharata?
After Janak also.
Did Kaushalya ji do sati?
No.
No. Did Kaikeyi Ma do sati? No. Did Sumitra Ma do sati? Okay.
No.
Think of all of them,
Yeah.
right? Go in the Mahabharata. Did Matsya Gandhya ji, did she do sati? In fact, forget about doing sati. She ruled her empire, right?
Actually.
She was actually managing. Who did sati? Yeah? Did goddess Sati do sati? Goddess Sati,
Yeah.
she
Pamaparvati.
because her husband is Lord Shiva, he cannot die. She actually jumped into that into the yajna fire because she was angry at her father who'd insulted her husband. So who did sati? So, the truth stares us in the face, but we don't see it. Why? Because the British told us, अरे और अंग्रेजों ने कहा है तो सच ही होगा यार. Correct?
Yeah.
And these are obviously, where is it written? In our ancient texts, I'm saying in the Ramayana and Mahabharata, and go deeper into it is not a part of and you don't find even evidence of it in ancient times. You start finding this more in the last 1,000 years. When the invasions happened, right?
Okay.
When the invasions happened, many men also would do ritual suicide, and yes, women as well. But that was on invasions, right? So, and then of course I've actually put a podcast on going into this in much more detail.
Yeah.
So these are, and I'm not saying ancient India was perfect. There are many things we should improve. Caste system, for example, I've spoken very strongly against it. But there are things which our ancestors did not do, and the British demonized our ancestors. We should question those things.
But don't you think, because these days there are certain gurus who have been actually commenting on female roles or women roles, and they are also facing some backlashes. So is this point scripturally grounded? Like how...
you make an interesting point.
If we talk about live-in, if we talk about... There are certain tags which relationships are having.
You make an interesting point. And I believe in freedom of expression, right? And in the dharmic way, in the Hindu way, we've never had this approach that there is one truth, there is one book, and if you don't follow it, you have to be killed and you will burn in hell for eternity. We've never had this approach. We have multiple points of view, right? And we've always given space for that because that's what true liberalism is. So are there conservative scriptures in Hinduism? Yes, they are.
Okay.
They are. It's a reality. But there are also very liberal scriptures.
Yes.
It depends on what you want to follow. And that is the beauty of Hinduism, right? That we give the space for conservatives to be conservative if they want to, for liberals to be liberal if they want to, and for them to respect each other.
Okay.
Because Hinduism does not insist that there is only one truth, which if you don't follow, you will burn in hell for eternity, and God will burn you in hell for eternity. Why will God do that, first of all? Right?
Yeah.
And we never had that approach. So my thing is that I must respect the freedom of a conservative person to have a conservative point of view. I have a liberal point of view, but I can't say I'm as liberal as, like, for example, I'm liberal on many things, but I do believe in the sanctity of family bonds, of children respecting parents. I respect for me, this is important. For some who are more liberal, they may find even this is not that important. There are some who leave their parents at old age homes. I find that wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. But I have no right to tell them. I can just say, I don't agree with that. And there are some who say conservative things that women should stay at home. I find that wrong. No, who said so? We had women rulers, yeah. Okay. But I have no right to force my view on them. But this is what Hinduism is. We have to respect all points of view. And we must give the space for a liberal interpretation and a conservative interpretation.